us about your trip?
Oh my god, where do I even begin?
Because we've already talked about Max and Halsey, but you did a lot of things while you were in LA.
Yeah, okay, so let's just start at the beginning. Flight day was in the evening, so I was leaving at 7 p.m. my time, and then we were gonna meet in LA pretty close together, and then Mon's flight changed times, so she wasn't arriving until midnight. And it was like an hour, like from the airport to our hotel was like an hour. So she got in around 1 o'clock. And of course, when we're together, we can't shut up for like, and we had to get up at 4 a.m. This is what we decided. I remember being in LA and being like, I am never doing this again. I am never getting up this early to go to merch and line up. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, I was with you that last time.
Yeah, so we got up at 4.
And it was so cold.
It was so cold. We got up at 4. So we basically had 2 hours of sleep. That was it. It was
That's
like
the
2 hours.
Best way to go into line up it for merch.
And then we get to merch. We luckily like we had some like things to do. We got like our freebies that we had made. We had wrapped them all together and got them prepared for that night, so we didn't have to do it later.
But hey, you gotta also tell yourself that you're not gonna get the purple gin experience again.
This is true. But you know what? Like, the fact that we did go early kind of worked out in our favor because we were like 186, 87th in line, like in terms of how far we were.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, like a lot of people by like 6:30, usually on most days, we're in the like 300, 400 arena. So being like 180 wasn't that bad. The only thing is, and I have this gripe with the people who like run the merch specifically, is that they never restock for things ever. So by the time we got up to our like merch thing, nothing really was restocked. Like the hat, the guitar pick, half the shirts were not there. A lot of the like pickets weren't restocked at all. And I genuinely, this really makes me mad. So there was a limit to things. Like you could only buy like one shirt of each of the sizes, one hoodie, one of like the lucky draws, like all this kind of stuff. Albums were limit of 5. I literally watched all the albums disappear because this person who was like 2 rows ahead of me bought 41 albums. And then by the time I was like next in line and I got up and she was like, we don't have any albums. They're all sold out. Yeah. Yeah. I literally watched them all disappear before my eyes. They were all gone.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah. It was very
what's the point of the limit then?
I know, because they weren't following the limit. And this is the other thing, is like the people who work at the merch booths there are not Hive employees. They're employees of the arenas. And so you'll get some who follow the limit, and then you'll get others who just don't care. And they're just like, yeah, sure, we can give you however many albums. So yeah, 41 albums were just gone. And I wanted one. I just wanted one for the PC.
Yeah.
Just one.
They wouldn't have like restock problems if they were actually following the limits.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. So that was like not my favorite thing that had happened. And then after that we got some lunch at a like really good noodle place. It was so good, especially because we were outside. We had this like warm soup.
Oh, nice.
It was so nice. And then we just went back to our hotel and like chilled out for a while.
And you had 2 hours of sleep, so
yeah, I did not end up sleeping really. I was just like, we were just chatting and like, hey, neither one of us did. Our other friends who we were with did. They like went back to the hotel and went to sleep, and then we were just like chatting and like, I don't know. And then we get ready and we go to the show. We didn't get there as early as we did in LA because honestly there was nothing to do. Like they didn't have like the booths or anything like that set up, so we were just like, we got there at like, I don't know, like 6:30 when the doors open. And honestly, like the forum really did a good job of like getting people in very quickly. Like it was all very streamlined. The lines were like very clear. Definitely not.
Oh my god, I don't want to think about the fucking PTD lines. Yeah. Those were the worst.
The worst. So it was not like that at all. It was very like fun, and they made it very like smooth process and all that kind of stuff.
That's good.
And yeah, Thursday's show was incredible, like genuinely incredible. For last minute seating, let me tell you, we got such good seats. We were like in the section on the right hand side. We were like row like 110 or something like that, so like 10 in, which was incredible. And we were like on the aisles, so I had like clear view of the entire stage. And it was like incredible. If you guys saw my like stories on Instagram, just like the funniest stuff I've ever like so Max came the first night for his collab song with Yoongi, Burn It, which genuinely is one of my favorite songs off that album. If you guys watched our album showdown video, that was like one of the ones where I was like, this is, I love this song so much. And when he came out, it took me like genuinely 30 seconds to realize that this was actually happening. And I had like no idea. Like my camera clearly, like I could see clearly on stage that he was there and that he was doing, anyway, ridiculous.
It's because what he was wearing was kind of like camouflaging with the lights.
But I heard him say LA, like genuinely, my brain just didn't click together that this was happening. And then when it did, the entire rest of that video I did not share because it's unhinged content. Like it's genuinely unhinged. I don't know what I was thinking. I watched it back later and I was like, I will never be posting the rest of this video because it's literally crazy. I am insane. But it was like so fun. Seesaw almost got me to cry. It was acoustic. My friend Len was definitely crying. But later it got me because Life Goes On. I was sobbing, like uncontrollably sobbing, and I couldn't pull myself together. So I was sobbing through the rest of like 3 songs later. I was still sobbing. And Oof. I mean, the rest of them was like Snooze and Amidala. So it was like, okay, I'm just gonna be sobbing. Could not pull myself.
It made sense.
But not pull myself together. The girl behind us actually was so incredibly sweet. She's like such a sweet ARMY, and she was like, I hope that when they come back to LA, you guys can come. I'm gonna like fight for tickets with you. We're gonna do it together. And I was like, ARMY. She's so sweet. We follow each other on Instagram. Hi Roxy, I love you. Yeah, it was like, it was just like one of those moments. Like anytime I go to a BTS concert, I feel like molecules have shifted, everything is different. I feel like a piece of me was left there. And
like meeting other ARMYs is always such an amazing
it's
thing.
Such a treat.
An amazing feeling.
Yeah, it's such, you're with people who can fully understand you even though they've never met you before.
Yeah.
That's genuinely what it's like. And I am so incredibly proud of Yoongi for doing this by himself and for just giving us an incredible stage from like start to finish. This is like 2 hours of him with only one break in between, that he was just killing it the entire time. And the stage was beautiful. Like I love this idea of starting with like a giant stage and then constructing it down and down and down until it's like this bare bone stage. It's beautiful. He did an incredible job. I mean, like, you know, seeing videos is one thing, but like being actually there and like experiencing the same like air and like, I don't know, breathing him in.
I'm so excited to eventually be able to go back to concerts because this is
so good.
One thing that I miss a lot.
Yeah, it's
like
just one of those
not
things.
necessarily just like BTS concerts or like K-pop concerts, just like going to concerts in general.
there's something about seeing an artist live that is really unexplainable, because it's just like it's like a once in a lifetime thing. It's like a shooting star. Like, you only see it every once in a while, and it genuinely takes your breath away. And that's how I felt that night. It was just so cool. He is the coolest person ever. Like, damn, like, his energy, the way that he's able to just like go in and out of like the rapping and the singing, and just like, it's incredible. And ARMY is honestly beautiful. That night, we definitely, like, I saw his Twitter thing of like, he could literally hear us through his inner earpieces, because that's how loud we were. And I can attest to that.
I believe that 1,000%.
I can attest to that, because my ears were still ringing by the time we got back to the hotel. Like, it was insanity, and like, all of us knew the words. Like, ARMY's voices are just so beautiful, and the fact that like this album just released and we were able to do that level of like singing back to him, top tier. ARMY is top tier, period, end of discussion.
It's dedication and love.
It's dedication and love.
Yeah.
And then Friday, we just like hung around. We went to a Korean spa. So nice. I felt so great afterwards. It was definitely needed. We went to like K-pop stores. We went, just like, we were like walking around, just enjoying our time. And afterwards we went to, of course, Korean barbecue. Had to. It was like, I had to stop. We had to do it. It was recommended by BTS, so AgustD is amazing. If you ever get the chance to go in LA, absolutely do it. It was a 2-hour wait. We waited for 2 hours. It was ridiculous, but worth it. Absolutely worth it. And it was funny because like our other friends, they were like getting a little antsy, but like, because Len and I had like gone to the spa, we were both just like, we're so chill right now.
We're
like,
just kind of zonked out.
100%. We were just like sitting there, just like chilling. And they were like, we're gonna go get some like stuff and like walk around a little bit. We're like, yeah, see you later. We're just like, chill.
I can just imagine it in my head, and that's fucking funny.
100%. Like, we were just like zonked, like just absolutely dead, just chilled, absolutely chilled. But you know what the good thing about, like, they do have like this Yelp thing. Like, if you sign up for Yelp there, you can actually like see where you are, like on the wait times and stuff. So
that's pretty cool. Didn't know that.
It honestly didn't feel like 2 hours in my mind, so it was fine. But the food was absolutely delicious, like totally worth it. We also, like, in the afternoon went to this taco place that was featured on a Netflix like street eat documentary. Incredibly good. I will be dreaming about those tacos from now until eternity.
Yeah, Italy is known to have like some pretty fucking amazing food.
Well, in this place, like, they basically cook it out of their house, so it's like a house on the street. Genuinely. And they cook all the tortillas like in the morning, fresh, and all the like, it's like pork belly and like pork shoulder like melt in your mouth. I'm dead. I will never not be thinking about these tacos.
That felt so good.
So good. Like, Friday was such a nice day. Honestly, if you get the chance to like do a concert and then have like a couple of days to like decompress afterwards, I highly recommend it, because I know for PTD LA, it was like we were there and then we were gone. It was like,
it was rough.
Really, really quick. We didn't really have a chance to do anything. So I enjoyed having a lot more time to like,
it would have been like so much fun to at least like have one day with like no concert related things. That would have been really nice.
So I highly recommend that next time. I think for PTD Las Vegas, we did the same thing, as we had like a couple of days, which was very nice to like experience everything, especially because like in LA on the Saturday, we went to like the pop-up, we went to the exhibition, we went to like all these things. The exhibition was amazing. they had like a whole, I won't like spoil anything in case you're gonna go, but I will say that they had like a bunch of props from the music videos. They had a whole whack ton of photos like everywhere from like the start of their debut all the way until current. And the guy was like, if you don't cry on the first floor, you're gonna cry on the second floor. And that was correct, because the last half of that showcase, not okay. It's not okay. I am not okay as a person. Mon and I were sobbing at the end. Like Moon and our other friend who came Summer, they looked over to us and they're like, "Are you okay?"
No, we're
like,
not.
No, we're absolutely not okay. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No, not okay. I was just like sobbing, and then we headed over to like the merch because they were on like two separate sides of the street. We were both just like still crying. We're trying to get merch.
So what you're telling me is your trip to LA, you just released all the tears you had in bank.
100%. 100% cried a lot.
I figured.
So the Sunday was our second day of concert. So we went to the Line Friends store first.
Oh my god, your hands in the hand prints. Oh my god. I knew your hands were gonna be tiny.
They were so small.
But not this tiny.
They were so small. Like Len's hands was about the size of Jimin's, and like a little bit close to like JK's size hands. Okay. And then mine were just like so tiny. These is probably the funniest one because his hands are massive.
Yeah, and we know that like his fingers are really long too, so
they're huge. Like genuinely, they're massive. They're so big.
But like they're tiny human beings, so
I don't know what to say. I don't know.
But it's adorable and funny at the same time.
Oh, it's so funny. I was laughing the whole time. I was like, what is this? Jin's hands were huge. Namjoon's are like wide. Like his are very like.
Well, this man is big.
Yeah.
We were talking about tree trunks not that long ago.
we were. They're just so like, yeah, I don't even know. And then Sunday night's concert, we were up a little bit higher, like in the 200 section, which was okay. Like I could see a lot more of the stage, obviously, and we were on the opposite side than we were on the first night, so we were able to like see the rest of.
Oh, that's really good. That's really nice.
Because he had like played to us a lot of the time, but then we had his back a lot of the time too. So it was nice to be on the opposite side of the stage just to like see the other half. Yeah, it was really nice. I thought I wouldn't cry during Life Goes On. I was wrong. I was like, I already got my tears out. We're good.
No, fam.
No, fam. No, we're
doing this again.
We're doing it again. I was like, I even saw it coming and it still just like hits every time. And honestly, like Suga's interlude. So Halsey came on stage. She is genuinely like such a beautiful human being, like inside and out. And the fact that she was like, I'm in your house. Like you came to my house, but I'm in your house now. And we all just like lost our minds.
Halsey isn't ARMY's girl for
100% for life.
Yeah,
we cheered so loud for her, and for good reason. Like she has always had our back from the moment that she did this collab with BTS, and she had said
my ARMY song, let's go.
Yeah, like the fact that she even acknowledges how hard we work as a fandom and how dedicated we are to them and how protective we are over them, and still is so incredibly respectful. There is no other artist like her. Genuinely.
I will always be like so thankful to her.
Yeah.
To have brought me into this fandom and this community for sure.
Yeah.
Because if you're new here, Boy With Love was my ARMY song. I mean, it still is. Because I've been a fan of Halsey like since she only had like 4 songs out, like for a really long time.
Yeah.
And she's the one that brought me into the fandom, because Boy With Love was recommended to me because she was part of it.
Yeah.
So.
I
always
like
grateful.
didn't think that we would get Suga's interlude live ever. The fact
that is probably the only time that's gonna happen.
Yeah, oh yeah,
so.
genuinely. I know. It was like this once in a lifetime thing that will probably never happen again, and I am so happy that it did. Like
They looked so happy to be like both on stage together.
They sounded so good. Just like it doesn't even feel real. Like, even though I have the video and photos to prove that I was actually there, it doesn't feel like a real thing that happened. Like, that I experienced that or like was a part of it in some like small way. Mind-boggling. And I actually like, so we had talked about it beforehand because I think some armies had heard them rehearsing and they're like, oh my god, we're gonna get Sugar's interlude. So this time I had a little bit more of a heads up than I did for Max. So my video is very much less unhinged content.
Good thing, because Sugar's interlude's a lot shorter than Burn It.
Shorter. Well, and it's also like a lot more somber than Burn It. So I feel like my reaction is you know,
more appropriate.
More appropriate. But again, like Sunday night was also just like an incredible experience from start to finish. And the fact that like that was Moon's first concert, like by this point, you know, like Len and I are kind of experts at like going to a concert and like experiencing all this stuff.
I'm glad she was able to go with you guys.
Yeah. It definitely made it so much more fun because seeing her experience things for like the first time ever, genuinely just so like
there's something about it.
There's something about it, you know, like there's something about bringing an army who's never experienced a concert before to a concert and just like having them be there and like experience everything with you. Incredible.
Like, just so you know, every emotion you're gonna feel are valid.
100%. You will cry. It was like the same thing. Like Len was like, I'm not gonna cry during Seesaw. I've already got that out. Lies. That was absolute lies. It almost got me this time, actually. I was like pretty close, but it still didn't get me. Still didn't. You gotta try harder next time, Yoongi. And then I say that, and then Life Goes On happens, and I just
like, well, shit.
God. Well, and then you're gonna play Snooze and Amidala. Like
he knows what he's doing. Don't try and
it's true. It's true. It's true. I genuinely like am really glad that like the encore songs were very like hype and exciting, like D-Day, because like I don't know if I could take any more sadness, especially because like Sunday was our last day in LA and our last like concert experience. Part of me is like really disappointed in myself that I just didn't fly to Oakland and like go to those shows. Should have just gone. It's fine. It's fine. I got to see 2 shows, and we got definitely blessed with the attendees, so I can't complain at all. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I have like these inklings with things. The thing is like I am really good at getting concert tickets, and Len is really good at getting merch. So the 2 of us combined are the perfect army. Because I get the tickets, she gets the merch. It's perfect.
There you go.
It's a deal made in heaven, I tell you. Or in hell. I can't really decide because my wallet still hasn't recovered, so I don't know. Heaven, hell, I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, it was amazing.
I'm glad.
I'm still
I lived through you.
Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed all my stories.
But otherwise, the Japan show will be a live viewing in theaters. So that's pretty damn exciting.
Yes, I already have my tickets.
For those that can't like go to an actual concert.
It's nice that we're getting like a bunch of live viewings and a bunch of like stuff that's going to be able to view online, just so everybody who couldn't get to go is able to go.
Yeah, I'll be like very most likely watching both Seoul concerts because they're going to be streamed.
Yeah.
So
I'll probably watch the Seoul one. We did get tickets for the June 3rd Japan one.
Nice.
So I would just check your like local theaters to see if it's playing. And yeah, June 3rd on a Saturday is when the show is. So.
And then we got, as usual, we got the episode 11 Sushita teaser.
We did. We have our first female guest.
Kind of sad it's not IU, but I know it's still going to be a really good episode.
It's still going to be a really good episode. I'm really looking forward to it. I can't wait to see interview Yoongi with a female guest this time, because I feel like, I don't know, there's something exciting about it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Something to look forward to. And we already talked about Jack in the Box coming out, so...
Yep.
Yet to come.